Although, what a difference a week makes. A week ago, I was over in the Brecon Beacons. It was April, and we'd just gone through what was the frostiest April on record, and not only that, the driest April on record. Yet here we are now, just beginning of May, typical May bank holiday, and it's forecast rain. But nonetheless, we can't choose the weather, but we can choose when we go out in it. Like I say, last Monday, I took the day off over to go over to the Brecon Beacons because I knew it wouldn't be too busy. I was hoping it wouldn't be, but it'd been a normal work day. And it was my first visit over there in well over 8 months. A famous stomping ground of mine, and ideal for my training for Mira Peak and for the Swiss Alps, where I'm going in August. So, but you know, I got up at silly o'clock. I got up at just after 12 o'clock, just after midnight, in order to have some breakfast, so that my digestive system would do its work, and I could get rid of any waste in that before I left. My plan was to leave about 2 o'clock in the morning. And my plan then was to get over there for about 4 o'clock to start my ascent and hopefully get a sunrise. And with a nice bowl of porridge, 2 lovely soft boiled eggs and half a cup of tea inside me, I went back to bed, allowed it to do its work, and then got up at about 1:30, ready to go out the door. Well, you can't see me, can you? Well, it's nearly 2:15 in the morning. I'm just about to set off. I'm sat in my car in Wootton. I've got an hour and 20-minute drive, I think, before I get to the Pont d'Ardaff car park in Powers. And then it'll be my first trip in 8 months up to the summit of Penny-Fan, over to Cribbin, hopefully. Well, I'll catch you later. Well, good morning again. It's just before 4 o'clock. Just arrived at the foot of Penny-Fan, so I'm going to just get myself ready and head on up. It's clear sky at the moment, which is hopeful for a sunrise. There's only one other car here. It almost seems deserted, which is quite strange, but I guess it is a Monday morning. If it was this time yesterday, no doubt it would have been packed. But anyway, catch you later. Now realising that my digestive system had only done half a job, armed only with my never go anywhere without it loo roll and my head torch, I ventured over to the porter cabins. This was going to be an adventure on its own. It was Monday morning, the council hadn't had time to clean them, and true to form, I had to give a couple of them a miss. You can tell it had been a busy weekend, but I did find one that I could use, and there I was, armed not only with a loo roll, head torch, I had sanitizer, wet wipes, everything to do to keep me clean and safe. And that was an experience, I have to say, but it's all part of the fun. It was a cold walk up to the top of Corndu. There was a bit of wind, not a bit of wind, but a bitter wind. A little bitter wind, if you like. Well, not even that. There was a lot of bitter wind. And I knew that once I got to the top of Corndu, I would have to put another layer on. So I found a sheltered spot and did just that, because I knew that that bitter wind would hit me as soon as I topped. But it took me about 45 minutes, and it was quite warm when I got up there, despite the wind, and it was just great, but breezy. You probably can't see me yet, but it's just before 5. I'm on top of Corndu. It's a bit blowy this morning at the moment. Moon behind me. And I can't pick it up on the camera, but it's quite picturesque, to be honest. There's a bit of a wind. It's gusty. It's quite a cold breeze. But there's nobody else up here. I did pass another couple of guys on the way up. They'd stopped to take a break. Today. But I'm going going to head over now to Penny Fan and see if this cloud will lift. It's intermittent cloud, so it might well do. But it's absolutely stunning up here. Absolutely beautiful. Well worth getting up at 1 o'clock. Well, 12:30. Anyway, catch you in a bit. Surprisingly, it was about as still as this, having dropped down about 30 feet from the top of Corndoo. Amazing. No, you still can't see anything. But what a difference! Just come down about 30 feet on the lee side of Corndoo on the way up to Penny Fan, and it's still, you know, you can't feel it. I know that when I get up there, it's going to be breezy. It's a shame you can't really see it. So let's see if I can put a light on it. No, can't see anything, but anyway, it's nice. Well, what do you know? Nobody else up here. We might get a sunrise, it might come over that cloud. Surprisingly mild up here now. The wind on Corndoo was a lot more fierce. But it's quite still at the moment. And it seems that this cloud's going to blow over. If you look at the skyline over to the east behind me, then we might get a sunrise. But I'm not going to wait here for it. I'm going to head over to Cribbin. It's about another, I don't know, maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. And see what's like from over there. But at the moment, it's just this old man and Penny Fan. But, yeah, I don't know where the other two guys are. They must be on their way somewhere. But anyway. I'm going to head over to Cribbin, see if I can get over there before the sun comes up, which should be very nice. Have a nice day. What a way to spend a Monday morning. Perfect. Well, this is like a Jack and Nori story while you walk. Anyway, like I said, I've been up on Penny Fan. I was there on my own, and I'd chosen to go over to Cribbin, get there hopefully in time for the sunrise. So off I went. I do have my reservations about walking on my own, certainly this time of the morning, especially when I know that there's nobody else up here. And with the weather being like it was, and it being a Monday, I figured that there may not be too many people doing this today. I knew there'd be a sunrise, and there possibly would be people who come up, but they come up just for sunrise and then head back down. So I took a cautious route and very gently dropped down Jacob's Ladder and made my way up to Cribbin. Again, it was very, very cold. Once I arrived there, there was icicles in my water bottle, my hat was covered in frost, my rucksack covered in frost, and the ground, again, was covered in frost. So, a real cold day so far. Here we go. Sunrise on Cribbin. It was worth it. It's now 6 o'clock. I'm on Cribbin. I just rode there to see Penny Fan. There's nobody up there when I was up there, but there are dots which indicate there's quite a few people there now. But when you look at things like that, it just makes it all worthwhile. It really does. And if we head over here, down into the valley, but I'm going to be heading down that way in a bit, and then back along that ridge there. And if you look there, you can see the dragon's breath coming up over the valley. Absolutely stunning. A bit breezy, I have to say. It's cold. There is a frost on the ground, and when I got here, my rucksack is covered in frost. But you're gonna love it. It is absolutely fantastic. So this wind should die down later on today, and the clouds should disappear. But when you look at the cloud rolling over the hills like that, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. If you look over there, you can see Fanny big. So beautiful. Love it. Catch you in a bit. You probably can't see it. But, I'm on the diving board at Fanny Big. 3 hours in. Although the sun's come up, there's still a lot of low-lying mist, as you can see. Normally from here you get a great view of Cribbin, Fanny Fan and that, but there's nothing here at the moment. But it's been good so far. I'm going to have a little bit of a break, peanut butter sandwich, out of the wind, and then I'm going to start heading back down off Fanny Big, over to the ridge on the west side, and then it should be about, well, from here it's probably about another 3 hours back, I guess. But I haven't seen a soul. Everyone must be working, either that or out shopping. Catch you later. Quite hard really to just appreciate the value of the hills we got over here in Wales. It's my first time over here in 8 months, and it's not really a good training ground for me. I love it over here. The weather hasn't been too good. I see the sunrise this morning. I'm set off from the car park at about 4 o'clock. But I've just come down off Fanny Big, and 3 good hills. That's Corndy, Fanny Fan, over to Cribbin, and up Fanny Big. I've got one more big hill. And look at that view. I don't know if you can see that up there. That is absolutely outstanding. That's Cribbin. Beautiful, beautiful. And it's training like this. It's invaluable for what I need when I head over to Mirror Peak. It's just beautiful. And the scenery is stunning. Love it. You know when you've gone on a long walk and you get to the bit where it's always the worst bit. Well, I was just about to do that. I climbed the hill up to the high ridge on the western side of the horseshoe. And I was on my way back, almost like to the foot of Corndy. The problem with this is it's a long, gradual uphill gain, and it's about at least 3 kilometres. It does take quite a bit. The wind was very, very cold, and it was picking up. The sun was out on occasion, but and I did actually see 2 other guys ahead of me, and they was wearing shorts. He'd obviously come out and realised he wished he wasn't wearing shorts, but I saw him put a coat on. The wind was picking up, and as I got up there, once I finished that and headed back down to the car park, you could see a lot of people coming up. And these people were coming up, they were just day trippers heading up to the fan and then back down again. And with it being as cold as it was, you could see that half of them wouldn't make it. Numpty, some of them come out dressed as though they were going to nearly going to the shops. But anyway, they're the reason we have mountain rescue. But it was a great walk, loved it. Got back to the car park, had a sandwich, and off I went. Time to get home. Just under 7 hours, 6 3/4 hours it took, but loved it anyway. Cribbin, Fanny Big. And now with my trip to the Swiss Alps only 3 months away, training needs to start with a vengeance. And now that Wales is opened up, hopefully we won't get another lockdown, or they won't get another lockdown. And over the next 3 months I'll be able to get over there quite a bit. Love it. Rob the Sloth, signing off.